however, a different species. Science and technology will never be able to provide us with a complete understanding of the human being, with his instincts and desires, virtues and values, mind and spirit. Every serious scientist knows this. Alas, not that many in our ruling class do. Their understanding of society is limited by the scientific paradigm of proofs, data, theories, and definitions. The humanities and the arts are therefore ignored and dismissed. Yet, the only knowledge that could provide a true understanding of the human heart, the perennial complexities of societies with their conflicting interests, the causes of modern-day movements and upheavals, and the real requirements of a democratic civilization, is the wisdom of poetry and literature, philosophy and theology, the arts and history. This is the domain of culture. This is where we can find Clio, the muse of history, always with a book in her hands, offering us the gift of historical awareness. But one has to read books to get to know her and benefit from her gifts. A second reason the return of fascism and the loss of the democratic spirit are hard to accept is the embarrassment of the political left that embraces the tradition of the Enlightenment. The mindset around its articles of faith, human progress, the natural goodness of man, rationality, institutions, and political and social values as the main pillars of a just society will always make it difficult to recognize the impact that the will to power, lust, desire, and self-interest have on the human condition. The point is, we human beings are as irrational as we can be rational, and fascism is the political cultivation of our worst irrational sentiments: resentment, hatred, xenophobia, lust for power, and fear. Facing a fascist Europe, President Franklin Delano Roosevelt knew what he was talking about in March 1933, when he declared in his first inaugural address, "The only thing we have to fear is fear itself." He was well aware that societies in the grip of fear are responsive to the false promises of the fascist ideology and of autocratic leaders. A sense of crisis, economic insecurity, and the threat of terror or war are the acknowledged causes of a climate of fear. The incompetence to prevent the return of fascism, to fight and eliminate it, is also due to an unacknowledged cause of fear, and the main reason fascism can return so easily in mass democracies: ignorance. This is the third reason the denial of fascism prevails in our times. Acceptance of this fact includes the awareness that, despite all our scientific and technological progress, the worldwide access to information and a provision of higher education for everybody who can afford it, the dominant force in our society is organized stupidity. In my 2008 book, Nobility of Spirit, A Forgotten Ideal, the final chapter, Be Brave, is devoted to the life of an exceptional man, a fighter against his time, Leonie Ginsburg. A Russian Jew born in 1909, Ginsburg as a child emigrated with his family to Italy. He was a brilliant man who translated the wonderful brick of a novel, Tolstoy's Anna Karenina, into Italian when he was just 18. Transmitting and making accessible the best of the European spirit, great literature, would become his strong passion. He translated, taught, founded a publishing house, and set up a magazine, Cultura, Culture, to do justice to the original meaning of the word, making room for the collection of the many roads people can travel in their search for the truth about themselves and human existence. Realizing that only culture can help people figure out the truth about their own lives and actions, he made transmitting European culture his life's work. But then Mussolini and his fascists came into power in Italy.